Hi, hello, my name is Beth, and this is Rad Art, a show where I pick someone out of pop culture who I think is a phoenix. Tell you why I think they're a phoenix? What? And then I draw them, and I try a different technique every single time. This time, I went on Twitch. Yeah, you guessed it, twitch.tv/BethBeRad, that's where I went. And I asked you guys who you wanted me to draw, and also what to do. We decided to play around with washi tape, which is like a Japanese scotch tape that doesn't really function that well as a tape, it works real nice for decoration, and to do Kesha. So here we are, this is what it turned out looking like. Does it really look like her? I'm not really sure, but we did it. Let's watch how it happened. After years away from the music scene, Kesha is back, you guys. In the wake of a horrible sexual assault lawsuit with record producer Dr. Luke, the American pop sensation Kesha has finally released her first new song in 4 years. Let's talk about how we got here. Born Kesha Rose Sebert in March 1987, Kesha grew up in Los Angeles. Her musically gifted mother, Patricia Sebert, raised Kesha on her own. Her vocal talent was recognized young, and her mother encouraged Kesha to develop it. Alongside her musical talents, Kesha was also academically gifted, getting a near-perfect score on her SATs, which is a pretty incredible feat. However, the pull towards music was too strong, so at 17, Kesha dropped out to pursue it. The move seemingly paid off when at 18 years old, Kesha was signed to Dr. Luke's record label, Kimosabi Entertainment. She threw a $sign in her name, sang backup for popular entertainers like Paris Hilton, Katy Perry, and Britney Spears, and after gaining notoriety singing on Flo Rida's #1 single, Right Round, decided to kick off her debut album on her own terms. Her first single, TikTok, killed it in digital sales and broke records for the longest-running #1 single for a female artist on her debut single. Based on how often it was blasted on the radio stations in my hometown, it was safe to say that she became incredibly popular very quickly. She continued to grow in popularity from 2009 to 2013, releasing her second album, Warrior, in 2012, with every one of her singles landing on the Billboard Top 10 list. It was a whirlwind, which ended in January of 2014 when Kesha checked herself into rehab to deal with an eating disorder. Now, it's about this time that Kesha kind of disappeared. She wasn't collaborating with other musicians or releasing new music, so when the world looked into it, they found that she was in the midst of a nasty legal battle with the aforementioned record producer Dr. Luke, who Kesha accused of drugging her, and both sexually and verbally abusing her during her time with him at Sony. In an attempt to leave a record label that was forcing her to work with her abuser, she levied 2 rape charges against the man, who countersued. After 2 years of litigation, New York Judge Shirley Kornreich dismissed Kesha's case, citing that both alleged rapes happened outside the statute of limitations, and as for abuse, quote, claims of insults about her value as an artist, her looks, and her weight are insufficient to constitute extreme outrageous conduct intolerable in civilized society. Kesha lost her battle, and is still contractually obligated to continue producing music with Kimosabi Records, and the reaction to the ruling has been a bittersweet outpouring of love and support by both civilian and celebrity. Fans rallied around her during the legal battle, and hashtag Freedom for Kesha trended. Eventually, Sony promised that it would allow Kesha to record new music without Dr. Luke's involvement, and in April of this year, it was released that Dr. Luke is no longer CEO of Kimosabi Records, and may be in the midst of negotiating a split with Sony altogether. So finally, after years of silence, Kesha is releasing her third album, Rainbow. I'll end this rad art with a rad quote from this rad woman herself, because I certainly couldn't say it any better. In the past couple of years, I have grown into a strong, independent woman. I have realized through this long journey of ups and downs that if I'm lucky enough to have a voice that people listen to, then I should use it for good and for truth. I've battled intense anxiety and depression, a relentless eating disorder, and all of the other basic bullshit that comes with being a human. I know I'm not alone in that battle. Finding the strength to come forth about these things is not easy, but I want to help others who are going through tough times. Thank you, Kesha. You are helping. You know the drill by now. Like and subscribe if you haven't. If you like me, I have a YouTube channel and a Twitch channel, both called Beth BeRad. Down in the description below, check out our merch, and also down there, leave me a comment with who you want me to draw for the next rad art. I've got a running list on my Twitch channel, but it's always helpful to send me more.